Well, here's our ride this morning. A rather wonderful Morris split screen. Will you look at that? Woo! Well, I guess we better get in if we're going. Well, good morning. So today you find me in something a little different. I'm sitting in a 1953 split screen Morris. So we're on our way back to the East Somerset Railway, where there's going to be a meeting of people who drive this very car. But anyway, a group of middle-aged men will be meeting in a field by a railway station to talk about Morris miners. And so I thought, what better thing to do than go and get the cameras out and have a look. So let's head off up there and find out what we see. Well, here we are in a field full of moggies. Look at this. Woohoo! With Jenny. Hello, Jenny.
Hiya.
And you are the
chairperson of the Morris Miner Owners Club Avon branch.
Which is the organisation putting today's soiree on, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is for all the local Morris miners.
So how many Morris miners have turned up today? Have you counted?
Yeah, about 35.
35 moggies in a field. Yeah. It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
No. Really, really well today.
So did you expect this many or did you expect more?
Not quite this many. So, yeah, bonus, we've got more.
Absolutely, and they range from very early, sort of early 50s, right up to the last models made, don't they?
We do, we got the split screens, we've got the split screen Traveller and the saloons.
I've not seen, oh there's a split screen Traveller behind us.
Yeah, right through.
That's a beauty.
To 1971 saloons.
Is that when they stopped making them, in 71?
Yeah, 71, maybe 72, some of them depending when they were registered.
Stone me, I didn't know that. Yeah. That's a long production run, isn't it?
Over 1 million.
But they still didn't have electric windows, even in 90s.
No.
Or aircon, or sat-nav.
Or power steering.
Or power steering. But they did have some sort of steering, and they weren't American, so they could steer.
Yeah, oh absolutely, yeah. Yeah, without the wheels dropping off. Yeah.
So how many of these events do you run a year?
We try and do something every month.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah. Oh. We meet monthly.
Uh-huh.
First Tuesday of every month we've got our members meeting, and then every third Wednesday we have an out and about meeting.
Brilliant.
So visit local pubs.
So if you have a Morris miner, you're the person to get in contact with, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. Or if you're not local to the area, you can just go to the national club and they will put you in touch with your local branch.
All the details for joining and coming along with your Morris miner will be in the description below of this video.
Cool, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for taking the time for me. I'm going to see if I can find somebody who wants to talk about their car.
I can recommend a few people. I don't think you'll have a problem finding people that want to talk about their car.
They do seem quite keen to talk about their cars, don't they? And you've got some young members as well.
Absolutely, we do. We have a really, really active group of young members, and they are the future. They're the future of the club.
And also ladies. I mean, traditionally, old cars, it's old men normally. But today, I've got to say, there's a lot of girls involved, a lot of women, because so many women drove these cars, didn't they? And
I drive one every day.
There you go, see?
That's my everyday car.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of the Morris Miner, isn't it? You know, you can get these cars that you get out on a sunny day and drive along to the show and then put it in a container for another month. These are people's everyday drives.
They have to be used, otherwise they won't go.
Absolutely.
They have to be used.
Absolutely. I mean, the chap getting into that split screen over there is only quite young as well.
He is another one of our young members, and I'm sure he would love to tell you about all the changes that he's made to that car.
I'm sure he will, and I should go.
Ben, go and talk to Ben.
I should go and talk to Ben. Okay. Ben, fancy chat on YouTube, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben will have a chat on YouTube. So we're just going to be now joined by Ben, the owner of a rather excellent split screen Countryman. Hello Ben, how you doing?
All right.
Excellent. So that is a gorgeous car. I've come in split screen myself, so I'm a little bit biased.
Oh yes.
But that is absolutely beautiful. You don't see many split screen travellers, do you?
No, there ain't very many.
There aren't very many. How many? Do you know how many there are?
Well, there's supposed to be about 150 in the world.
Oh.
Probably 50 or so in the country.
Blimey, that's not a lot, is it?
Not really.
So how long have
There's
you had that
more
one?
Shelby Cobras than there are them.
Really? So how long have you had that one?
Just over a year.
And has any of the wood rotted out yet?
Well, it was pretty much unrestorable when I bought it.
Oh really? And you've
So
restored it to that?
Well, I haven't restored it, have I? But
well, it looks
I've
pretty
mended
good.
it a bit.
You mended it a bit.
So it, yeah.
That's a technical term, ladies and gentlemen, for not quite restoring it. It's called bending it a bit.
Yeah. Well, I drive it every day, so there's no point doing a paint job or anything because
No.
I'll only scratch it.
And I was saying to Jenny, that the beauty of these Morris Minors is they are everyday drives, aren't they? They're not concours, they're not show cars that get locked up all week long. They're driving to work in these, they're going to the shops, they're just general cars.
That's my modern car.
Your modern car, what's your old car?
Austin 7.
Oh, you got an Austin 7. Oh, the people I came with in this split screen here, they have a 1939 standard Flying 14.
Oh, very nice.
Which we came here
Posh car,
before.
that, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's the longer one with the leather seats, and you sit in the back and you can stretch out. It's wonderful. But that's an absolutely lovely car. And
Wow.
how many miles do you reckon you do a year in that?
10, 12,000.
There you go. Look at that. So you can have a classic car. You can drive around in style, and you can have it as a daily drive. And they don't have to be expensive, these Morrises, do they?
They don't have to be.
They can be, but they don't have to be. Sometimes they are, but it's a good way if you want to get into a classic car. A Morris Minor is a good entry point. Thanks for talking to us, Ben. It's been a pleasure. So here's a common scene at one of these events. A bunch of chaps stood around an open bonnet talking about an engine, and that is a Morris engine, and these are the chaps stood around talking about it. So are we all owners of Morris Minors?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 3 Morris Minor owners here. Who we got? We got George and we've got
Anthony.
Paul. Hi guys.
Hi. It's an open bonnet, you can't resist.
Well, exactly. It's exactly. I mean, I've got to admit that I know 3/5 of nothing about what goes on in there. I know there's a red thing that checks the oil. That's about the limit.
That's all you need.
That's all you need, isn't it? Yeah. Absolutely. But again, of course, in these days, when they built these cars, you could have a spanner and a screwdriver and a hammer and pretty much do any job on it, couldn't you?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's what I like about them.
Yeah. Hands-on.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Well, I don't own a huge number of Morrises, it's my wife, and she just refers to me as her mechanic.
Yeah, now that's the other interesting thing about this, and I was talking to Jenny. Normally, classic cars are the domain of gentlemen of, shall we say, our age.
Yeah.
I'm being polite, but it is normally gentlemen of our age. However, what's really opened my eyes today, and I think is brilliant, is all of these cars are pretty much daily drivers. They're not just put away all week in a box. They're daily drivers, and the number of women who are involved.
Yeah.
Because I suppose traditionally a lot of women would have driven the Minor, wouldn't they, in the past when they're on the road?
Yeah.
And so it's great to see women involved. And again, this is an easy route. This is a good route into classic car ownership. Because you
And
can,
also for the younger generation, the youngsters are getting into it, aren't they?
of course they are. I see you're a member of the owners club. Oh, you all are.
Yeah, we will be, yeah.
Ah.
Well, I'm not
I'm
actually.
just daft enough to wear a t-shirt today. Turn this inside out.
I'm the rebel, I just rely on Jenny to be the member of this thing, and I just tag along.
Here we go. Look, technical talk.
No.
Well, thanks for talking to me today, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. It's another good thing. You always get a friendly welcome at these places. I mean, I know 3/5 of nothing about cars, and people don't treat me like an idiot, even if I am one. But it's good. It's a really friendly welcome. It's a great place to come, and I think.
So do you own a Morris yourself?
No. I own a Mini, but a BMW Mini,
Yeah.
not a proper
Got
Mini.
to buy a Morris.
But I used to have a Morris Mini.
All right.
Back when Morris Minis were £10 second hand.
Yeah.
before they became popular. Now
Yeah, easy money.
now you got to sell your house to get a Mini. There was a beautiful one in the paper the other day. It's 9,000, like it driven off the factory.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's,
I think the number of us that have owned a Mini and wish we never got rid of it.
Yeah, we've all been there.
I've had 3. I've had 3. I've never had a Morris. I must admit, I've never had a Morris. Well, you know, as I say...
Selling your car, is it? I'd watch it.
No, wait. I'm selling mine.
He's only had that a couple of weeks, give him a chance.
I'm not too bad actually. I can give and take. I can see both sides. I like what I call the oily rags and the fatigue.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not something you see every day. A Morris Minor biscuit, and I'm going to have that one there because it's got a Morris Minor. Look at that.
They're yummy.
Morris Minor biscuit. Morris Minor biscuit. Morris Minor biscuit.
Just told me he made them last year.
It's a little bit more usable. Right. Well, my first year's been last year.
Here we are with an original Morris Minor. They were called Panda cars in the day, weren't they? These and the Ford Anglias were the first ones, weren't they?
Yes.
There's something really heartbeat about this. This is brilliant. It's got the original radio in there, look. And it's got the 2 tones. And it's got the handcuffs, if you're a naughty boy. Excellent. So how old is this particular one?
This is 1968.
68. When were they being used as police cars?
This is the Cardiff area, Cardiff City Police in 1968. And then the 1st of April 1969, they all changed over, amalgamated to South Wales Police.
Mm-hmm.
And they came out of service in 1972 to be replaced by the Minis.
Are there many of these in this condition and still as police cars out there?
There are quite a few Morris police cars out there.
Mm-hmm.
South Wales Police had 35.
Did they?
And out of the 35, only 2 survive.
And this is one of them?
And this is one. There's one in really tip-top condition down in Essex.
Ooh.
But,
now you sound Welsh. Have you come across from Wales
we
today?
certainly come from South Wales today. We're part of the South Wales branch.
So is it legal to still have the blue light on there? You just can't use it on the road?
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
You shouldn't, but we tend to, or we used to seek permission for driving into different areas.
Yeah, yeah.
And after a while, we've had the car for 13 years. So
they know you.
It was mainly as a beat car, taking bobbies up to their beats, to their furthest points.
Yeah.
They would walk back, and if they had troubles, they'd get on their little walkie-talkies as the one in front of the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
The car would be fitted with a Westminster Pi radio.
Which is the one in the glove box,
and they would come out and respond and hold them until the Black Mariahs or whatever they call them then, the little paddy wagons.
Yeah.
And they'd come and take them away. Because there's not a lot of space in the back, but it was enough to contain them if they
had to.
If they were a bit.
And of course, being a 2-door, there's nowhere to go.
That's right, yeah.
So someone with a very good ruler drew that line in, didn't they?
They did. The garage that I took it to, my previous owner done the restoration work.
Yeah.
He didn't like these colours, so he just painted it dark blue.
Oh.
So I took it to my local garage and said, could you paint it
Panda car
colours?
Mm.
And I gave him a photograph. He put the stripe across without the box on the top, because the box came slightly after, about a year or 2 after. And they've done a nice job.
I must admit, I do remember when I was a kiddie on Blue Peter, they brought on the Ford Anglia, one of these. It was one of the first Panda cars, and they were doing a thing on Blue Peter about it. Well, thank you so much for talking to me and
You're
showing me your wonderful car.
very welcome.
It's been a real pleasure to come and have a close look up at this because, as I say, it's not something you see all the time, and to get a close-up look was really brilliant. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I know this is a Morris show, but there are a couple of vehicles that aren't Morris here. I just had to come and have a look. There's a full Popular 103. There's a Vitara kit car, but she's been turned into something which looks amazing. You've got the MG. You've got the good old Quacker Z650 4-pot. What a beautiful machine that was. And another full Popular with a rather fetching light blue interior. It looks lovely inside there. Look at that. And there's the heart of the beast, the huge lump, well, the little lump. Look at that. For those of you watching in America, that's actually an engine. Yeah, I know it looks like a carburettor to you guys, but it is actually an engine.
Thank you for coming. I've been nominated to speak because apparently you listen to me. Is what I've been told. So there we are. So thank you so much for coming. We have the results of the People's Choice Award, and it's this lovely little trophy going to the owner of that split screen split screen blue car back there.
715.
715.
EMS.
There we go. Well done. Lovely car. Cool.
Congrats on your win, by the way. She's in beautiful condition.
Thank you.
What year?
55.
55. That's beautiful.
I like the early ones.
Yes, I do. There's something about them. Well, I've got to say it's been a cracking day, meeting all these lovely people with their Morris Minors, or Moggies as we call them. It's great to see so many cars out, and again, the thing I've really taken away from today, which I really like about this scene, is these are daily drivers. They're not cars that you put away when it rains, they're not cars that are hidden away. People go to the shops, people go to work, and they use them as daily drivers, which is absolutely fantastic to see. It's, you know, these cars should be seen on the road, they're historic. And a lot of people, I mean, some of these cars have had new engines put in them, different engines, they've been uprated. The one we saw over there, Elmo, had a Fiat engine in it. It's just great, and it's an easy route into classic car ownership if you fancy getting into this scene. And again, it attracts women as well as men with the Morris Minors. They can be bought reasonably priced, you don't have to spend a lot of money on them, and parts are easily available. It was the first car with 1 million production, as I understand, so the amount of parts there are out there, there's no shortage, and they're easy to work on. If you've got a spanner, a screwdriver and a hammer, you can probably fix it. But anyway, it's been a wonderful day. As you can see behind me, they're still all talking about each other's cars and looking in the engine bays and doing what these guys do when they meet up. So I'll see you on the next video, but for now, Glastonbury Gabriel in a field in Somerset full of Morris Minors next to a steam train. See you on the next one. Bye bye.